All right, everyone. So Fusion Strike has been absolutely taking off. I surprisingly, like 3 weeks ago, got a few from the Pokemon Center. I got like two of them, and so I'm really happy about that now that the set's hitting $211. So we're gonna go over the numbers. We're gonna compare Fusion Strike to the other Sword and Shield sets, and I think you're gonna be surprised because should you put more money into Lost Origin or Chilling Reign or even Evolving Skies, we're gonna try and talk about that and determine that today. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and look at some data that I compiled. And at the end of the video, we're going to try to determine if it's still a better investment than Lost Origin or Chilling Reign or even other sets in the Sword and Shield era. So, right now, I went to pokedata.io and the overall set value currently has actually gone up and it's $694.87. And the booster box currently on TCG Player is going for $211.90. Here's a couple of the top chase cards. Right away when you see the Mews, it just kind of reminds you that this is a heavy Mew set. And how often does Mew get a heavy set? And Sidekick related TCG sets apparently tend to really go to the moon. So that's something to keep in mind. Who knows if it's the color and maybe it's the Gengar, the Celebi V. Gosh, this set has a couple interesting cards, and what's really funny is that originally when this set came out, not very many people wanted it. It came out after celebrations, and there was boxes for $85 or $90. Too bad I didn't get any because I wasn't really in the hobby back then. But anyways, so currently on TCG Player, I'm sure you've heard, gosh, this box somehow has already hit $200 and we're barely in March. And so we still have the rest of the year to go. So we're gonna go ahead and track this set and see when is it gonna start to level out. Is it gonna be at 190? Is it gonna drop down to 200? The possibilities are endless for this set, but let's go ahead and see the trend right now. Let's see. 6 months ago, this set was sitting around $144. Of course, it sold out on Pokemon Center, right? And people started buying it up, and it went to like $160, and then Pokemon Center had a restock for a few weeks or so, and then which I was able to get 2 more boxes, and I also got some on StockX, and then all of a sudden this bad boy was just sold out, and it may be sold out for good. So recently, it looks like the sales show 4 boxes for $234, another box for $220, and so gosh, like this set is just absolutely flying off the market, the secondary market. So there's a lot of sales at $200, $224, $205. On the 19th, $194.99. So, gosh, people are buying these boxes for $230 and $220 as of today, yesterday, and the day before. So the set has to calm down eventually, right? There's still Lost Origin. There's a lot of good other pickups. There's Brilliant Stars in the Pokemon Center. But as of right now, Fusion Strike is absolutely taking off. So let's go ahead now. Now that we looked at the sales for, looks like the average is $211, and a lot of these boxes have been selling for $230. So let's go ahead and check out this set again, because man, I wish I was in the hobby back then because I would have got some boxes. But hey, it just goes to show when new sets come out, they're not always the most popular, right? And so if you were lucky and you got in on early, that's awesome for you. But what about the rest of us who want to get some more boxes and see the potential for Fusion Strike? So let's go ahead and check out the cards real quick and see how much they cost. We got the Gengar VMAX currently at $212. We have the Espeon VMAX $123. The Mew VMAX $61. The Mew VMAX Rainbow Rare $29. And surprisingly, the Mew V $28. I really do think that this Mew V can surpass the Mew VMAX. Both of these VMAXs, it just has a great alternate art look. You got all these other Pokemon, and so we're gonna see. Maybe my prediction will come true, maybe it won't. And then also the Celebi V. I mean, come on, like it's really nice. The texture is awesome on this card, and I just think personally it looks nicer than at least this one. Rainbow Rares have a special place in my heart, but the Celebi V only $24. The Inteleon VMAX only $15. The Genesect V $11, the Gengar VMAX $8, and the Bolton $7. So after that, the set kind of falls off. This Mew V is getting more popular lately. But yeah, after that we have some trainer rainbow cards and a couple other VMAXs of Mew. We have the Gengar V, and then we have the starter trio as VMAXs. So those cards I believe have some texture. So I think they're gonna get more popular as time goes on. Look at this Mew V. These just look awesome, and they have an old school look to them too. So the set as a total currently has a total value of $294. So what I went ahead and did is I went ahead and compiled these cards, and I went 3 months back because I wanted to see what the trends were for the top 10 cards, because that just kind of helps me figure out, like, are the top 10 cards popular? Do people want to open these packs in the future, whether it's out of a booster box or just selling the singles? And so let's go ahead and look at these fluctuations in prices. And so we're going to look at December 2023 and then now March 2022. And so the Gengar VMAX Alt Art, $209.26. It's barely gone up. It was going pretty strong, and now it's kind of taking a little dip, and it's at $210.60. So that's a 0.64% gain. Then we have the Espeon VMAX, $129. Currently is in a downwards trend. I think it's making its way back up. You can see right now $125.74. So that is a 2.52% loss. But luckily it's on its way back up, and a lot of people actually really like the Espeon. So next we have the Mew VMAX Alt Art right here, $69.16 in December. Now in March, it's $61.30. So it's seen a loss of 11.36%. Then we have the Secret Rare Mew VMAX, $31.31. Now selling for $29.73. That is a 5.04% loss. Then we have the Alt Art Mew, $25.80. Currently $28.76. So it's seeing a pretty strong rise of and a gain of 11.47%. So it's 11% gain. We're going to see how it ends up doing in the future. Next, we have the Celebi V Alt Art, $25.42 in December. Now $24.74. So that's a 2.67% loss in the past 3 months. Then we have the Inteleon VMAX Alt Art, $21.94. And then now in March, $15.77. So that is a 28.12% loss. So it's taken some huge losses lately. It's a great looking card, but I think longevity, it'll do a lot better. I could see that being like a $40, $50 card in the next couple years. Genesect V Alt Art, not my favorite, but I know a lot of people will think it's cool. $14.44 in December. 3 months later, now it's $11.68. So it's seen a 19% loss. And then we have the Gengar VMAX right here, $8.80, currently $7.91. So surprisingly, that's a 10% loss because these cards are a lot cheaper, right? And the Mew V Full Art card, $9.17 in December, and now $7.38. So that is a 19.5% loss. So right away, you can see that there's not very many cards that have more than $10 in value. So we're going to talk about set depth soon. But now going back to, let's go ahead and look at the top chase cards and just look at the trends. And then we're going to look at the set depth. So right here we can see that the Gengar was doing pretty well for the past 3 months. It was one of the alt arts that wasn't suffering as much, such as the Lugia and Brilliant Star, and the Lugia from Silver Tempest, and then the Charizard from Brilliant Stars. Those cards saw massive losses, but the Gengar VMAX was holding pretty strong, and looks like it was on another run, and currently is taking a small dip, but still a $210 card. And maybe that's why Fusion Strike is just so popular and is just getting a lot of steam lately, because people recognize that the Gengar VMAX is hard to pull, and if people don't have this set already, maybe they're just really trying to stack up on it, because it looks like there's a lot of potential for this set. And then not only that, but it has another $100 card in the Espeon VMAX. And so Really cool card. A lot of people actually prefer it over the Umbreon, but looks like it was going up and down lately the past 3 months. It looks like it's, some people are selling, some people are buying. Looks like a lot of exchange of hands lately. And so currently it looks like it's on the rise and currently $125. So we will see where it starts to flatten out again. It looks like the support line was around $123, but I can't imagine this card getting a lot of disinterest and people, selling their card for like $100. If the Espeon has been holding strong at $120, it's probably going to stay there for quite a while because these cards aren't being pulled as often anymore. Because who's going to be wanting to rip this Fusion Strike right now unless you're maybe selling the packs or you just like opening packs. But what's really interesting is this is actually wrong. It's not the second highest set. That was from my last video, Chilling Reign. I believe it's in fourth. So I think I have the scale right here. Yeah, so here is the current standings for overall set price. So I didn't make this tier list right here. This is actually the overall set price or set value for all the cards in each set. And I have a Google sheet that has all the data. We'll look at that in a second. But first is Evolving Skies because it has about $2,000 plus in value. Second is Chilling Reign. I think it's around $1,400. And then Lost Origin is around $800. Brilliant Stars is around $700. Fusion Strike, I think we saw earlier, is around $600. And then Astral Radiance is in 6th place currently for total set value. And what's really interesting about Astral Radiance, we'll do a video on that another day, but there's a lot of depth to the set. Fuego, come here, buddy. My cat is just tweaking out right now. What's wrong, buddy? Come here. And then we have the Silver Tempest. I actually really like Silver Tempest. I just really like that Rayquaza and the Lugia. Currently in 7th place for total set value. And then the Battle Styles currently is in 8th place for total set value. We're going to see how those Urshifu cards do in the future. But right now, all it has is the Empoleon V and the Tyranitar, right? And so in 9th place for total set value, we have Rebel Clash. In 10th place, we have Sword and Shield base set, which I actually really like the Snorlax in that set. I'm surprised it's only like $25 for the VMAX, and then the Rainbow I think is like $40. But I really want to get those cards in my collection because I just think it's a really sick card, that Snorlax. And I'm not even a huge Snorlax fan, but I'm just really surprised it's that cheap and it's like 4 years old as a set. And then we have Vivid Voltage in 11th place for total set value. It really only has the Rainbow Chunkachu. And then we have Darkness Ablaze with that Charizard. What is it? Gigantamax or is it the VMAX? I think it's the VMAX. But yeah, so let's go ahead and look at the spreadsheet right here. So this, I use Pokedata.io. And what I do is I go to all the sets and I just look at all the sets and the total value right here at the top. So then I can just compile all the data for and just be able to make a tier list and be able to see, okay, which set is the most expensive set. And then I put the booster box prices as well. So we have the Pokemon set, the set value as of March, because we're still in March right now. We have the booster box prices, current prices, the set age, and then we have the depth. So if we go to Fusion Strike, currently it has 8 cards above $10. And again, that's currently because, popularity of cards and singles can change over time, but currently it only has 8 cards above $10. So in first place, we have Evolving Skies, has 33 cards above $10. Then in second, we have Chilling Reign that has 23 cards above $10. And then in third place for depth, with cards above $10, we have Brilliant Stars. And then afterwards, we surprisingly have Astral Radiance. A lot of people love that set. Some people even say that it has the strongest trainer gallery. And then afterwards, we have Battle Styles, has 11 cards, surprisingly above $10. So maybe a good pickup right now because it's not very expensive. It's only $109 right now. And in terms of booster box price, it's in 12th place. So it's in last place out of all 12 main sets. And so in terms of total set value, it's in 8th place. So that might be a good pickup. But let's go back to Fusion Strike and focus on Fusion Strike. But Afterwards, talking about Fusion Strike and Sword and Shield base and Rebel Clash and Silver Tempest only currently have 8 cards with 10 with cards that have $10 or more value. So that's interesting to know that Fusion Strike is kind of limited on depth, but it does have the Espeon and the Gengar, and that's what people like about the set, as well as the Celebi and the Inteleon. And so people really like the alternate arts in the set, and there is quite a few of them, right? And so really interesting to see the depth card prices and how Fusion Strike isn't really one of the strongest sets in depth. It's actually it's not even mid tier, it's on the lower tier for depth. But again, it has, the awesome box, the awesome Gengar, the Espeon. It just has a lot of things. The Mew featured on the box. It has a ton of Mews as well as the Espeon Gengar. So it's a really top heavy set. And so let's go to set value now. So in first place for overall set value, Evolving Skies, $2,426. Chilling Reign is in second place for overall set value. I just did a video on it. I'll pin it at the end. $1,163. And in third place, we have Lost Origin. A lot of people are really betting hard on Lost Origin, and I could see why. It has the Giratina, right? It has the Pikachu VMAX. It has the Pikachu V with featuring red. So it has a lot of great cards in it. And Lost Origin for total set value right now, third place out of all 12 sets, and it's $831 in total set value. In fourth place, beating Fusion Strike by only about $14, is the Brilliant Stars, $710.68. And I've been talking to some people in the Discord, and they really do believe that Brilliant Stars isn't really, maybe it's overhyped. And I do think it has a great trainer gallery, right, with the evolutions. But is it overhyped? Let me know in the comments below. Do you think Fusion Strike will always be more expensive than Brilliant Stars? And so in fifth place, we have Fusion Strike, $694.87. And in sixth place for overall set value, and not too far away from Brilliant Stars and Fusion Strike, is Astral Radiance, $701.40. So what's really helping that set, again, is that it has 12 cards above $10 right now with that trainer gallery, and it's a really strong trainer gallery. A lot of people really like it. And then in seventh place, we have Silver Tempest. I personally really like Silver Tempest, $590. I don't think it has a lot of set depth, but for me, it's just the Rayquaza and the Lugia. 2 legendaries in one set, and I'm good. I think it has a lot of potential. But we'll do Silver Tempest another day. It's currently in 7th place. In 8th place, we have Battle Styles. I think Battle Styles, because of the set depth, has a lot of potential as well. $467. And apparently a lot of kids really like Urshifu. And so currently it's in 8th place for total set value at $467.77. In 9th place, we have the Rebel Trash. Has a total set value of $389.32. In 10th place, we have Sword and Shield base set, $361.20. I really do think that Snorlax should be like a $100 card. I think it's awesome. But hey, the market, people say that it's not that great of a card, at least for right now, because, things can really do change in a matter of years. All right, Vivid Voltage, $322 currently in 11th place. And in last place, we have Darkness Ablaze. Even though it has that Charizard was printed into Oblivion. There's so many graded cards for that Charizard, and it's currently in last place, $184 for total set value. Now let's go ahead and look at the booster box prices. This is where all the data was. I showed you the tier list. It was the same thing, but right now, Evolving Sky is $644.73. I do believe that, if Sun and Moon Tag Team is at $2,000 and Cosmic Eclipse at like $1,300, Evolving Skies, is probably in the same league as those two sets, and it's only $644. So I really do think you could double your money in the next 2 years for Evolving Skies. So I think it's a great pickup. Personally, I only have 2 booster boxes, but I was able to pick up one for $400. Gosh, I think like a month ago when it was at 500. But yeah, so I got a pretty sweet deal on that. In second place, we have Sword and Shield base, $268.39. You know, it came out in 2020, so it's an old set. It's hard to find now, and it's appreciated in 4 years a decent amount, right? In third place, we have Rebel Clash, $225. It wasn't printed as much, so, you know, goes to show that, you know, when something's in scarcity, it's more expensive. All right, and fourth place, Fusion Strike, $211.90, and it's a strong 200 because the next set that comes close to that is Chilling Reign at $183 currently for the booster box. Chilling Reign, I really like Chilling Reign. You know, I bought it when it was more expensive, but I'm glad I did, because the reason why was because I saw the value. But anyways, I already did a video on that. You could check that out. And so fifth place. In sixth place, we have Lost Origin, $160 right now. You can still get it on the Pokemon Center. I do want to get like at least one more in the next couple months. Hopefully it's still on the Pokemon Center. And then in seventh place, we have Brilliant Stars, $157. So Brilliant Stars and Lost Origin competing for, you know, competing right now. So we're going to see how those sets end up doing. And then eighth place for booster box price, we have Darkness Ablaze, $150. And ninth place, Astral Radiance, $139. It's hard to find those for $130, honestly. But I guess you just pay shipping and whatnot, so I feel like it comes out really to like $145, $150. But anyways, in 10th place, we have Silver Tempest, $138. Same thing, you know, with shipping and tax, ends up being like $150. But yeah, currently as a booster box price, $138. In 11th place, we have Vivid Voltage, $135. And then, let's see, in last place, we have Battle Styles, still surprisingly $109. Apparently, it was printed pretty heavily, but again, it has a decent amount of depth. And personally, I don't have it yet. I'm trying not to buy so much, you know, after picking up Evolving Skies, but I really want to get at least 2 Battle Styles just to have, you know, in the collection, and then maybe sell one later. But anyways, but yeah, so right there, that is the booster box tier list right now. Those are current as of March 2021, which is today. And so, yeah, just as a visual view right here, Evolving Skies, Chilling Reign, Lost Origin in third, Brilliant Stars, Fusion Strike, Astral Radiance, Silver Tempest, Battle Styles, and then the Rebel Clash, Sword and Shield, Vivid Voltage, and Darkness Ablaze. So, again, the current prices for the Fusion Strike booster box, $211.90. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think it's still worth picking up at $200? And also, what's your prediction? Do you think this set can hit like 240 by the end of the year? Are we going to see it level out at around like 220? Because right now it's $211. So it's going pretty strong. I'm really glad I was able to pick some up. And there's the set value right now, $694.87. So let me know what you think in the comments below. I'll see y'all next time. I think next I'm going to be talking about Lost Origin. So I'll see y'all there. Have a blessed day. Till next time. Peace.